Hi there, Retrotech Ralph here. Now, you may be wondering why these are on the desk. Well, guess what I'm going to be doing today? Yes, we're going to be plugging in the Spectrum. The second Spectrum I've got, because I haven't tried this one. Oh, I just noticed that. I'm 2 feet missing off this one, as well as the other one. Ooh, so it might need a full set. Only kidding. Or am I? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the caps on the power supplies on this. It's a little freezing in here. Just maybe the only thing I'm doing in here today. I wanted to do loads of things this week, and it's too chuffing cold. So, parts are ready. The parts in there for the BBCs, the screws, and the card and chip to get that with some games on it. So, instructions, really nice at retroclinic.com to do that. Can't recommend them enough. retroclinic.com. And again, if we don't get out free out of them, retroclinic.com. Now, they've been absolutely stunning. It's, well, you don't expect too much. You think, oh, I bought a kit, I bought 3 kits, got 2 power supplies. If I cock them up, then I've got spare. That you don't expect them getting instructions as well. I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing, but just in case, it's really nice of them to do that. So, I'm going to strip these down, get down to the boards, and then start soldering. So you don't have to sit around. All I have to do is unscrew some, guessing 2, oh, these come off as well, to get the casing off. Potentially those 2 as well. No, I don't. Actually, there's a heat sink on that. Potentially yes. We'll see about that when we get around to it. So I'm going to take these to pieces and I'll cut there and you can see them in pieces. Now we're inside this thing. What I'm going to do, there's only 3 parts you have to replace on this, which is quite weird. Just basic capacitors, a bigger one, smaller one, and a standard type anyway, which are there, and there. Now I've marked off on the board where they are. Smaller one, well, smaller one there, big one there, and I'm relatively certain that that is the cap there. 1, 2, there's a gap, but it's is it? Diode there, resistor there. That might be a resistor actually, that one. It might be further over. Might be higher up as well. We'll figure out in a second anyway when we get on with this. So, sleeves up. Let's get on with this, shall we? Right, as you can see, all 3 done. I guessed right on that one as well, so I'm quite happy with that. The rest of the caps on there look perfectly fine, the big ones, so I'm just going to leave everything as is. Right, it does actually state that these capacitors polarised, yada yada yada. Note that the negative mark on the existing one, the startup cap, that it had to be polarity one way, the other ones don't have to, I'm bothered at all. Right, it also says now check and reflow the solder joints around 3 transformers, as they can often dry out. So I'm guessing 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I'm just going to reflow all of the contacts. They all look pretty good because they're all working anyway. A little bit on there, but yes, I'll down there. So let's have a look. That's not. So all these down here, maybe. Yes. All these down here. One next to it, the capacitors there. Is it those 4? And those 4. And the third one. This corner here. So just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power's in there, and the yeah. So I'm going to reflow these just to make sure, and I'll do the exact same on the other one. So that's actually, if you noticed on these, there is nothing wrong with these, but it's a caution. They will go eventually. Everything that in my mind just screams, do it. So yeah. So those are for the bin. I don't think these were ever done in the past, but I'm going to do it now. So what else instructions? Just remember the assembly procedure. Also check any. This is possibly a case of maybe refloat the entire board then, including capacitors that look bulged on top. Yeah, none of them look bulged anyway. Bucket and yeah, I'm going to redo them. Back to fast forward, so you don't have to be stuck here doing this. Unless I've got the other one to do anyway in a bit. So yeah, getting cold in here. So hood back up and under we go. Right, as recommended, it's all been done. Quite happy with that. Can't see anywhere else that needs anything doing to it. They all seem. So this is the thing with these. All these seem really good, well looked after. I mean, if I had to guess, it'd probably be an ex-school's computer. Todd was keeping it, obviously keeping it for me. That's it. That's obviously we're doing this. It didn't need it, but it's preventative. So, is there anything else on here that looks? Yeah, it all looks fine. There's a couple of screws. Well, there's a screw there holding something in. Not bothered about doing anything with that at the present. That can stay as is. But, oh, lovely that. I'm very happy with that. So now all I need to do now is get this back in. that back down there. It's a real pain on the back side. You have to thread that through and that through. Oh. I hate to have been in the company when they originally built these. And I bet you the guy who designed these thought, let's have a laugh with these. They'll never be able to make these. Never. Oh. It's a right pain in the arse to get these through. You know, I've tried keeping the cable clips there so it looks as authentic as I can possibly get. So that's that one through. The last two power cables. Threaded through the hole. Oh, come on. And then the problem now is going to be threading that through the hole and trying to get the board down at the same time. Summer I'd be happier because everything would be nice and warm in here. Plastics. Don't really like the cold that's trapped on there. Apply a little bit. That seems a lot looser. That's on there. Get through. That's through-ish. There we go. Something not right there. Okay. A bit of cables. I'll put a bit more cable out. You're doing this yourself. Just take your time with it. Back's fine. The front, I think I've got cables. I need to pull through a bit more. There we go. Better. Yeah. There we go. There's more cable through there. I've got the cable grip to do when I've finished. Actually, there's a little bit more there, I think. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Make sure you get as much out as you can. I think that wants to stay in that side there. So that's now perfectly flush without even pushing down. Could have probably done that. Got away with it, but that's fine. Right, I'm going to screw this up and get back to you in a second. Right, back together. Now I've noticed something on this. Obviously when you plugged in and used this for the power supply for the external disk drives, is this kind of bends a little. So what I'm going to do is have it bent forward, because this would actually bend back too much, it seemed. See, perfectly flush is there, but I want it forward. So like when it goes back into the case, it might actually be straight and it might give a bit more rigidity. I don't know. It's an idea at the minute. Right, so 4 screws in there, 2 screws in the top. They are kind of different. I'm not sure if it matters which way they go in, but I've kept them separate anyway. Getting that back on, right pain in the arse. I don't mind saying. So that's one and upgraded, updated, prepared. So all I need to do now. Put those back on there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that there. Oh, damn it. Come straight across on there. They've slid up actually then. How the hell have... Yeah. Okay, I'll put that in the wrong place. Not an issue. Not a problem. I can just unclip that and... Yeah, well maybe I can't. Oh, there we go. Hold it in place. Yeah. So, second one to do. Put this to one side. And I'm going to start the second one. I'm not going to bore you with actually showing you how it strips down again. You just watch that, just rewind and pretend we're doing it again. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, I'll be back in a couple of seconds for you, but I'll be 20 minutes for me, so yeah. Geez a bit. Thank you. Right then, done. It's the second one completed and done now. That's a little bit looser on the connection with the drives, but I can work with that. So, all mocked up, all soldered. looking pretty good. All caps replaced that need replacing. Job done. I'm quite happy with that. So, all that's left to do is put these back into a computer. Now, I would do that now, but it's absolutely freezing in here, and I've, yeah, I need to get it a bit warm. So, I'm going to leave it on that one, I'm going to tease you on that. But that is going to be reassembly of the BBCs and final testing in the next, probably tomorrow's actually. Because at the minute, I can't feel my nose. It's too cold in here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you might have learned something. If you haven't, then fine, teach me something. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.